Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Warbus. I'm here to talk to you about next year's calendar, 24-25. It's hard to believe we're already doing that, but we want to show you what we have as a draft, and then we'll take that to the board at the next board meeting, which is November the 13th. So following my Wednesday with Warbus, you'll be getting an email for you to really study the calendar. If you have any questions, concerns, thoughts, email those to myself or to Amanda Davis, and we will look at those. And if we feel like there are some changes we need to make, we may have a vote with all faculty and staff. The calendar that we have, it was so much of a mimic of the ones we've always had. We really didn't feel like we needed to have a vote, but if we decide we need to do that, we will. So here's the 24-25 draft calendar. August. We'll start on August the 8th, and we have our 5 staff development days like we always do, and the students would start on Thursday. We figured that out over the last few years. You really like to start on a Thursday. The other option was to start as early as August 1st, which really pushes some of our things back into July, and then I'll talk about what that calendar would have done to May. So we chose not to do that. If that's something you want us to look at again, we can. On this calendar, we will start, all faculty and staff will start on the 6th. We'll have a professional development day just like in the past, and the students would start on the 7th. We'll scroll on down just about right there. And parent-teacher conferences stay the same. There is a day off on September the 2nd. Parent-teacher conferences again. Scroll on down, please. And then you can see in October we have fall break, falls on a Friday and Monday again. Spring break is always the third Wednesday of March, as long as it's the third Wednesday. So that's why that fluctuates just a little bit. Also in April, it's kind of unusual this year in April because we have Easter break this year. It was real early in March, if you recall. So for 2025, it's late into April, so we get a Friday and a Monday off because Easter's on the 20th, and then this makes an unusual week for us. It's a 3-day week, but we really try to take the last Friday off because of prom. It's very helpful to the junior class and their parents, so we're really trying hard to keep that day an off day so that we can have preparation for prom, which is usually on the 26th. Scroll on down. We have the 11th off. As usual, Thanksgiving is real late this year. This particular year, 24 for our next calendar. It's real late. It's the last week in November. And then December in 24, we get off on the 20th, which works out just about really well. And then May is a little bit unusual. This current year, we're able to take all the Fridays off in May, but the way this particular calendar worked out, we're only able to take 2 of those off, and then we would have last day of students on the 22nd, and then graduation and staff development on the 23rd, our end of year programs and things. Again, if we go back and we start early in August 1st, if that's something you want to consider, we would have to, we would end way up here at the 16th. So we would get out a week early, but started August 1st, we didn't think that would work. And it also messes up December. If we were to start that early, we'd have to start second semester the week before Christmas. So we'd have second semester, 1 week of it before Christmas, and then finish second semester. So just not a good idea. We personally, administration, think this is the best calendar. We really want you to look at it, study it, make sure our dates are correct. Can't believe again that it's 24-25, but again, we think it's a great calendar. Give us your feedback, if not necessarily that if you like it, but if you want to tweak it in any way, or there's something you don't like, or there's a problem with it, let us know, because we will. Our plan is to take that to the board members November 13th at our next board meeting. Also, while I'm talking to you, this time of year, we sometimes have inclement weather. Last year, we actually had to take off some days in October because of ice. Usually that's our problem, is ice, not necessarily snow. But just a reminder that if for some reason we have to miss school, we only let you know as a district if we are going to miss. If we're going to have school, you won't hear from us. And we try to make that decision very early. We still, even with this new calendar, we'll have 7 days to kind of play with. And those go really fast sometimes. So we will try to call it early, the day before we get out of school, so that you can make plans, parents can make plans and all of that. But that's how inclement weather works. Just as a reminder, we only let you know if we're going to miss school. We don't let you know that, yes, we are having school tomorrow. We can just assume that we are. Also, this Friday is our last home football game. It's hard to believe that fall sports are finishing up. Many of the sports are already finished, but football, we're still going on. So come out and support the Bulldogs at their last home game. And as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.